Hi. Okay. So I was trying to go live, but my internet connection wasn't stable, and then it's gonna be shoddy, and so I just figured, let me make a video, and I can kiki with y'all, and I'll upload it, and give y'all some updates on what's going on because I've been a little quieter than I like to be. I like to be here on Substack once or twice a week, but I'm in New York. As you can see, I'm not, this isn't my gallery wall. I don't know what that piece of art is, but it's cute. It's not my art. Um, so I'm in New York, and I'm rehearsing for my stage show, Ho Church, which is coming along. It's so much work though. It is a solo show. There's some featured performers in the show, but it's mostly me. And so I'm saying this for like the artists out there and the people who are building their own shit, especially when you're building shit that you don't necessarily have a blueprint for, you don't necessarily have a model for, you're not even sure if it's like even possible to do. Um, I was watching, maybe you saw this video, but it was Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child talking about Beyonce and being like, when Beyonce, she like dreams it, it can come true. And so if like Beyonce dreams it and she tells you about it, like just go ahead and Google it and figure it out. But I think that's true of all of us. If we can dream a thing, we can build it. It might take some time. It might take effort. It might take some pivoting. It might take a lot of creativity. But if it's something that is inside of you, you can bring it to the outside. Um, and that's what this show has been, really. It's an amalgamation of, I would say, the last 20 years of my career, but also an amalgamation of like my life and what I've been through and what I'm turning it into. And of course, of all the messy stuff, the messy Mondays and the tell me something messy and all the things that I get to do with you is like all in this show. And so it's been quite the undertaking because it's not just me as an actor, it's not just me as a writer, it's me as those things, but also as a producer. Um, and just having to be an expert having to be an expert at a thing that you may not necessarily be an expert at yet. Like I'm an expert at like Brandon in the same way that you're an expert at who you are and what you do. But when you're like trying to like build that business wise, you're kind of learning how to do a thing while doing it, being like humble enough to ask for help, to ask for advice, to seek it out, but also knowing that a bit of it is you're gonna have to learn on the job. This is what happened with me with Big Mouth. When I got the job at Big Mouth, I had never written for TV before. So I was learning how to do the job while also being paid to do the job. So like you getting paid, you're not an intern, love. You getting paid, you gotta do the job, and like that is uncomfortable. My assistant director, who's actually one of my besties from college, she was like, "It's the ugly phase," and I think that's so wonderful. It's like for those of us, especially those of us who are recovering perfectionists, it can be difficult to let ourselves go through the ugly phase. And I don't know what you're building right now. I'm sure you're building something, you're working on something, but let it be ugly for a little bit. Whether it's you learning the thing, whether it's making the thing, whether it's putting the thing out, let it be ugly for a little bit. It's how we get to the good shit. I try to remind myself that like the art that I love, whether it's somebody's album, whether it's their book, whether it's a sculpture, whether it's their food, like whatever, like the art that I intake, the art that I love, those artists did not get it right on the first try. They had to go through shitty drafts of the thing. They had to go through the ugly phase in order to build the thing that they finally put out. And like we go, and sometimes they had to put out the ugly shit to get the feedback to be like, how's this landing? How's this hitting? Do I understand this? And so I guess I'm saying that all to say, whatever you're building, whatever you're creating, let it be ugly. Go through the ugly phase. Get comfortable with being in that ugly phase and that process period. Um, there's such a fear of I don't know if I've talked about y'all. You know it is. I be talking on so many different things. I'm never sure where I said what. So maybe I said this. Forgive me if it's a repeat. But like, we're so terrified of being cringe, and that is like robbing us of so many incredible artists. Like people who are afraid to be cringe. People are afraid to be messy, and it's like, oh my god, the creativity that we can be accessing, that we could be engaging with, if from people who are just too afraid to be cringe. Like, please do not let the fear of being cringe stop you from creating, stop you from making, stop you from putting shit out. And even if you put shit out, somebody might not get it. They might not get it. You might be ahead of it the time, right? Or maybe you got some work to do, and that's also fine, right? Maybe like your skill level and your taste level have to meet, but the only way for your skill level to meet your taste level is for you to be putting shit out, for you to be making shit, for you to be figuring out what your voice is, for you to be in the trenches. You're not just gonna suddenly like put something out and it's like perfect. Even if you put out like one thing and it hits, like the repetition of that, you gonna have to have some flops, love. You're gonna have to have some things that just don't work until you find your thing. And that's what this process has been. It's also been like wild to be like, oh my God, some of this shit, I was like, I had an edible and was singing this song, and now they're recording this song and we're performing it. Or like, I was like, I think it should look like a vulva. And I think the wall should look like a penis. And this fucking our set designer, who's fucking brilliant, goes, okay, bet. And now you'll see in the post, like, the set, like the arches of the church look like a vulva, and the back wall is looking like a penis. And it's just like, it's so cool to see things come to life. And this isn't overnight, right? Like, it's been a lot of years, a lot of no's, a lot of pivoting, a lot of clarifying the vision. Um, so I guess that's my thing to say to you is embrace the ugly phase. Keep making your work. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Sorry. Sorry. I'm tired. I'm delirious. We need your art. We need your work. We need your creativity. We need your voice. However you use your voice. Again, whether your voice is used through literally, or if it's how you sing, or it's how you cook, is how you make art, how you build, how you nurture, um, how you show, however you show up. Use that voice. We need it. Okay. I love you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.